So I've been seeing all these posts lately hyping up nuclear energy like it's the messiah of clean power. And I just want to say, wow, amazing. You've officially fallen for the most high maintenance boomer technology ever invented. Like seriously, people really out here yelling, nuclear is the future. Bro, it's not the future. It's just the past wearing a radiation suit and a fresh coat of marketing paint. It's like saying vinyl records are revolutionary music technology. Sure, they work, but maybe we've moved on for good reasons. Yeah, it's powerful and clean until it melts down and turns a whole city into a no-go zone for the next 30,000 years. Chernobyl? Check. Fukushima? Check. 3 Mile Island? Triple check. And don't even get me started on the waste storage situation. We're literally burying radioactive garbage and going, future humans will figure it out. That's like leaving a ticking time bomb with a note that says, good luck, LOL. Let me remind you of a theory. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong if it's possible. And nuclear energy? Oh, it makes disaster look easy. You know what's wild? We build these plants to last 40 to 60 years. But the waste stays dangerous for literally thousands of generations. It's like buying a car that runs great, but the exhaust pipe stays on fire for 10,000 years. Seems reasonable, right? Plus, have you seen how much these things cost to build? We're talking billions with a B, and they're always over budget and behind schedule. The new plant in Georgia, originally supposed to cost $14 billion, ended up being $30 billion. That's not a budget overrun, that's a financial meltdown before the reactor even starts up. And then there's the security aspect. Every nuclear plant is basically a bad guy's target with a giant bullseye painted on it. We need armed guards, no-fly zones, background checks for janitors. Meanwhile, you know what actually looks like the future? Solar panels. They literally turn sunlight into electricity. That's not just power, that's magic. No spinning metal. No chain reactions, no risk of turning your backyard into a restricted zone. No need for a PhD in nuclear physics just to flip the on switch. Just pure, quiet, sun-powered independence. And here's the kicker. Solar is getting cheaper every single year while nuclear gets more expensive. You know what solar panels don't need? Cooling towers that look like they're straight out of a dystopian movie. They don't need massive concrete domes that scream, warning, danger zone. They just sit there, chilling on your roof, quietly converting photons into the electricity that powers your coffee maker. And the maintenance? Hose them down occasionally. That's it. Compare that to nuclear plants that need teams of specialists in hazmat suits just to change a light bulb. Okay, maybe not literally, but you get the point. Solar farms are also scalable in a way that makes sense. Need more power? Add more panels. It's like Lego blocks for electricity. Nuclear? You can't just build half a reactor. You're either all in on this massive decade-long construction project or you're not. Imagine this. The power grid goes down. Everyone else is panicking. No lights, no fridge, no TikTok. But you? Boom. Solar energy. You're still vibing, charging your phone, making toast, maybe even watching this video laughing at them. Solar equals freedom. And freedom tastes like sunlight and smug satisfaction. Think about it. With solar and a battery system, you're basically energy independent. No monthly electric bills. No worrying about rate hikes from the utility company. No getting held hostage by corporate energy monopolies. You become your own power company. Your roof becomes your energy source. That's not just clean energy. That's energy democracy. Nuclear plants? They're owned by massive corporations and governments. Good luck owning your personal nuclear reactor. The HOA would probably have some opinions about that uranium storage shed in your backyard. But solar panels? Those can be yours. Truly yours. It's like the difference between renting an apartment and owning your home, except it's your electricity. And here's something nobody talks about. Job creation. Solar installation creates way more jobs per dollar invested than nuclear. These are local jobs too. You can't outsource installing panels on someone's roof to another country. Nuclear plants, they employ fewer people and require such specialized skills that most workers have to relocate. Solar creates local economic opportunities. Nuclear creates, well, mostly anxiety and property value concerns within a 50-mile radius. Now I know what you're gonna say, but solar panels create carbon too. What about when it's cloudy? Solar takes up so much land. Yeah, so do you. Existing isn't carbon-free, but guess what? We can build carbon capture systems, plant trees, design smarter grids, literally clean up as we go. Can you say the same for nuclear waste that stays toxic longer than human civilization has existed? Let's talk about that land use argument for a hot second. You know how much land we've already paved over for parking lots? Parking lots alone could power half the country if we put solar panels over them. We're not talking about destroying forests here. We're talking about dual use of space we've already developed. And the what about clouds thing? Batteries exist. Grid interconnection exists. It's 2025, not 1825. We have technology that can store energy and move it around. Wild concept, I know. Plus, solar panels keep getting more efficient. Today's panels produce way more electricity per square foot than panels from even 5 years ago. Nuclear efficiency? Pretty much the same as it was in the 1970s. Oh, and those carbon emissions from manufacturing solar panels, they pay for themselves in carbon savings within 1 to 3 years of operation. Then they keep producing clean energy for 25 plus years. Nuclear plants take 10 to 15 years just to build, and that's if everything goes according to plan, which it never does. Here's something the nuclear fan club doesn't want you to know. The economics are terrible and getting worse. Nuclear plants are shutting down left and right because they can't compete with cheaper alternatives. Even existing plants that are already built and paid for can't make money against natural gas and renewables. Meanwhile, solar and wind are now the cheapest sources of electricity in most parts of the world. Not just clean, literally the cheapest. The nuclear industry survives on government subsidies and loan guarantees. Without taxpayer bailouts, most nuclear projects would never get off the ground. That's not a sign of a thriving, competitive technology. Solar and wind, they're making money without massive government life support. That's what actual market success looks like. Okay, fine. Not all nuclear is bad. There's thorium reactors, much safer, less waste, almost meltdown proof. And there's fusion, which sounds awesome because it basically copies the sun. Small modular reactors sound cool too. Smaller, supposedly safer, more flexible. Like nuclear energy's attempt at a startup makeover. But they're not ready. We've been 10 years away from fusion since your grandparents were in diapers. Thorium reactors? Still mostly theoretical. Small modular reactors? Still in the prototype phase. I'll believe it when my toaster runs on plasma and doesn't explode. And here's the thing about these next-generation nuclear technology. Even if they work perfectly, they're still years or decades away from commercial deployment. Climate change is happening now. We need solutions that can scale up in the next 5 to 10 years, not the next 30 to 50 years. Solar and wind are here, working, getting cheaper, and scaling up right now. Today, not in some theoretical future where all the engineering problems have been magically solved. It's like being in a burning building and debating whether to use the fire extinguisher in your hand or wait for someone to invent a better fire extinguisher. Maybe that future extinguisher will be amazing, but the building is on fire now. And no, I'm not saying only use solar, everything else is garbage. That would be dumb. We need a mix. Solar, wind, hydro, maybe even some of that mythical safe nuclear one day. Geothermal where it makes sense. Tidal power in coastal areas, energy storage systems, smart grids. So when one fails, another steps in like a well-balanced team, not a radioactive solo act. But until that day comes, can we please stop pretending nuclear energy is some untouchable superhero? It's powerful, yes, but also extremely moody and kind of toxic. The future energy system should be diverse, distributed, and democratic, not centralized in a few massive plants that require PhD-level expertise to operate safely. We want energy sources that regular people can understand, maintain, and own. Energy that doesn't require evacuating entire cities when something goes wrong. You know what's really going on here? Nuclear energy appeals to people who want to feel like they're living in a sci-fi movie. It's high-tech, complex, powerful. It makes you feel smart for supporting it. Solar panels, they seem too simple, too accessible. Where's the drama? Where's the advanced physics? Where's the sense that you're part of some exclusive club of people who get it? But complexity isn't always better. Sometimes the simple solution is the right solution. Sometimes boring is good. Your smartphone is incredibly sophisticated, but you don't need to understand semiconductor physics to use it. Solar panels are the same way. Incredibly sophisticated technology packaged in a way that just works. Nuclear energy is like insisting everyone should drive Formula One race cars because they're more technologically advanced than regular cars. So yeah, I'm against nuclear hype. What are you gonna do? Drop a reactor on me? Give me sunlight, backup plans, and a power grid that doesn't double as a doomsday device. Give me energy technology that doesn't require training a new generation of nuclear engineers. Give me power systems that communities can actually own and control. That's the future I'm signing up for. The future where clean energy isn't just clean, it's accessible, affordable, and doesn't come with a side of existential dread. The future where we solve climate change without creating new problems that last for geological timescales. Where energy independence means actual independence, not just switching from one corporate monopoly to another. Solar isn't perfect, but it's perfectible. Nuclear isn't just imperfect, it's fundamentally problematic in ways that no amount of engineering can fully solve. So keep your uranium, I'll take my photons, and when the sun is shining on my panels while your reactor is shut down for routine maintenance, don't say I didn't warn you.